Hi, I'm Sara, the Canadian Crafter. Welcome to my channel. Hello, lovely people. Welcome back. Today I am finally getting my little paws into Tonic Craft Kit 30. I'm very excited to use this one. I have a new addiction to cloud stenciling. I don't know why, but I really love the look of clouds when they're stenciled nicely with pretty colored inks on a card. I don't know, there's something about it. It appeals to me on a really big level. So I'm starting with stamping my birthday part of the happy birthday sentiment with some Versa Fine Onyx Black ink. While it's still a little bit wet, we'll add some Simon Says Stamp clear embossing powder and heat set that. I wish I had remembered to use my, oh shoot, what is it called? Shoot, words escape me again already. The anti-static bag, there we go. I wish I had used that on the cardstock before I had done this, because I ended up with embossing powder all over the place. But being that it is clear and I'm going to fussy cut this, it wasn't that big of a deal. Now, I am the worst fussy cutter in the world. I'm relatively new to it. This is me fussy cutting at 4 times the normal speed, and it's still tedious and takes forever. If you had watched me oh my goodness, if you had watched me do this in real time, I believe it took me about 8 minutes to cut this thing out. It's just ridiculous. But I'm going for that nice die cut border, and I have trouble gauging my edges, and the scissors I don't think are the right ones. They've got nice grippy handles and the blades are sharp, but they don't pivot nicely. So I think I'm going to have to go back to the Tim Holtz ones. I just don't like the little teeth marks that those scissors leave sometimes on the cardstock, because I forget to flip them around the other way. And I haven't left enough meat on the paper to fix it. Oh, I'm frustrating. Anyways, so we finally got that done. Now we're moving on to the actual fun stenciling bit of this. So I'm grabbing some masking tape. I like to rip my thick masking tape in half because I find it wasteful to use a whole strip for that tiny little bit. But that's just me. I'm as frugal as they come. That's a nice way of saying cheap ass, but that's okay. I'm not just the Canadian crafter, I'm also the poor crafter. So I try to make stuff go as far as I possibly can, reusing whatever, whenever, stretching stuff. I love stretching my supplies. One tip I'll give you with the stencil, especially if you have this cool Simon Says Stamp style one where you have a different cloud pattern on all 4 sides. And it even has some cool little cloud cutouts in the middle of it if you wanted to do your clouds that way. Or add different cloud shapes to your formation. I think I may have to try that now, actually, that I said that. But notice how I just flipped the stencil over. That produces another 4 different patterns from the other side, because now everything is in reverse. And I love doing this because it gives me an extra 4 patterns of cloud. I think I just said that 3 different ways. I apologize for the redundancy. However, I'm excited about this. I like stretching stuff, and I love sharing little brilliant moments with everybody because I don't have them often. So, sorry. I'm glad that now that I've had this brilliant moment, I have it on video and there's evidence. Haha! So, moving on with the stenciling. I love these 3 colors, the pink, the purple, and the blue together. I find just a very alluring color set. The warm yet cool. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm drawn to it. And this technique is so easy. You just put a little bit of extra color down near where the crevices are. And then I just blend the color that's left on the stencil itself, for the most part, into the top portion of the clouds. and then I spread it all over on the upper end of the cloud to just very lightly touch it with a bit of color, but not too much because you don't want it to compete with the shading down below. Oh, an intruder. My 8-year-old is giving advice. She wants me to use these wave cutouts, but not for this card. So I've banished her from the craft room, and I am now going to continue with our stenciling. All right, so while I continue to blend out these clouds, I'm going to rant. I am so frustrated and annoyed. I'm so new to editing and YouTube and all this stuff, and I had this whole video finished, edited, voiceover done, everything was ready to go. I went to upload it, and apparently there's a file missing that I've deleted somehow. Well, actually, I remember deleting it, but I didn't realize it would cause all of this crap with the program. So I wasn't able to undo the damage that the deletion of that file had caused. So this is my 4th or 5th voiceover attempt, and the second time I've had to edit this whole video, and oh my gosh, I'm just so frustrated with this. I've made a note to self. Sorry guys, I'm always fighting with something in my sinuses. Sorry, off topic. Anyways, because I'm so new with this editing and all this stuff, I don't know the program very well. I didn't know how to fix the mistake I had made, so I had to redo the entire video. Instead of, I'm sure it would have been a quick 4-second fix, reset something, maybe turn it off and on, you know, the regular IT advice, and it would fix, but I couldn't find anything. There's nothing in the help section. There's nothing in tutorials. There's nothing in anything. And I hate going through forums and reading 100 different things that don't pertain to what I'm looking for, so I can't be bothered with that. To me, it was easier just to redo the video again and have something to complain about. So I guess it's not all bad. It's kind of entertaining in a sense, I suppose. But what a pain in the butt. My goodness, I will never, ever delete anything. No, never again. I'm gonna have to buy many, many, many memory cards. Anyways, so we're finally done ink blending these clouds. It took a long time. Again, this is 4 times speed. So yeah, that was about a 20-minute process to blend all those out. So now we have some pretty cardstock. I've learned over time that every little detail of the card matters. The edges of the paper being nice and crisp matter. The corners being sharp and plumb matter. All of these little things give your cards just a little bit more of a finished, professional sort of look. You don't want it to look crappy, to be honest. You've put all of this time and effort into stuff. Why have a crooked edge? Why let little frayed pieces on where your paper trimmer isn't quite sharp enough anymore to detract from the beautiful images that you've spent hours creating and coloring? All those little tiny things, they really do matter in the finished look of the card. And that's part of why I'm so incredibly fussy about this stuff. I find it very important for it to look nice when I'm done. I don't want it to look bad. It looks bad on me if it looks bad. So now we're getting to the die cutting. I'm cutting out my paper shapes. I picked this technique up from Christine over at Crafty Potential. If you don't know, she is my very favorite YouTuber. I adore her to pieces. Poof! Editing magic! You didn't have to wait 2 minutes for me to come back from die cutting. I thought that was cute. I couldn't help it. Editing magic is kind of fun now that I'm starting to learn the program a bit. But, you know, the fourth time through, it's sort of annoying, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm getting the video out. Finally, it would have been out days ago if I hadn't spent 2 days trying to figure out how to fix my mistake. Grr. Anyways, finally getting on to pasting this down to the card base. That's my mat. I really like the white edge on the stencil piece, but then I had to trim it to size and got all the white edges gone. So, yeah, I had to put a mat down. So now we're going to glue the happy to the shadow part of the die cut. I love the shadow dies. There's something about them. I just really like how they look backed, and I like that you can not use the backing and just layer them on top of each other slightly askew, so you get that cool shadowy look with different colored papers. Oh, I love crafting. There's just so much fun to it. I know sometimes we run out of inspiration, and there are days when I just don't feel up to it. I don't have it in me, but the days that I do get in there and get doing stuff, I really do enjoy it. It is by far my favorite thing to do in the whole world, and that's saying a lot because my children please me to no end and I love them to pieces, but they don't bring me the peace that crafting does. In all honesty, crafting is my cure for the stress they cause me. Again, love them to pieces, could not live without them. However, children can be trying, can they not? Especially when they're both girls and they're both cranky and oh my goodness, so much crap. Girls can be stressful. Anyways, we're getting to the end of the card, and I'm kind of done ranting and rambling for the most part. We're going to apply some cute little gems to it. I'm going to color code the gems to match with the color of the clouds. So pink, purple, and little tiny blue ones will be spread all over, and I'll use some of those cute little Nouveau crystal gems. I'm grabbing them right now. And we'll use those as the centers of the flowers. Where the stamens would be, we're going to have gems. Haha! I like sparkly stuff. I don't know if anyone else is as addicted to sparkly stuff, but I love my glitters, my little gems, the pearls. Ugh, I love embellishing. It's the favorite part of card making for me. Well, next to clouds, of course. Let's not forget the clouds. Anyways, guys, we're going to be wrapping this up in a minute, so while I'm thinking of it, if you are new and you have been entertained and perhaps maybe even learned something, which is always nice, please subscribe. Join my little gang of crafty YouTube friends and come hang out. And if you have a channel, please make note of it in the comments. I would love to come check your stuff out as well. I have learned so much from my fellow crafters that, well, pretty much everything I know I've learned from crafters on YouTube. So I thought this would be fun to join their gangs, hence my new YouTube channel. And the crafting part, of course, is self-explanatory. So yeah, definitely subscribe. I'll put the little subscribe-y thing up in the corner there for you. I'm so technical, the subscribe-y thing. The little notification bell, set it on all. I tend to forget to do that, and then I wonder where my confirmations or notifications are, rather. And stay tuned for the next installment, which is coming sooner than this one, because I'm not going to make that mistake twice. So now that all that is finished and the card is complete, these are a couple of the other cards that I made with Tonic Craft Kit 30, the Spring Sentiments kit. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys like the cards too. Thanks. Bye-bye.